This is WCBN Channel 12, second meeting of the Asbury Music Club over here in Long Creek. We're going to have a performance tonight by Mr. Kenneth Daggett. Anybody else wants to join in there? Famous Don Williams, James Roy Wilson. And we're sponsored to you tonight by Tennessee Legacy Hardware and Signature Healthcare Veteran, Houston County Drug Alliance, and Traditions First Bank. We hope y'all enjoy the show.
Let's go and listen to this. How about an A? Is that it? A or G1, I know that. Get it one leg and I almost said it. Well, we'll try to get started. And so I just hope everybody enjoys it. We're going to do the best we can. I got two new ones I'm going to try to sing tonight. So I don't know how they're going to come out, but we're not going to worry about it. While walking one day through a quiet countryside, an old man was walking, so an offered a ride. His face was all wrinkled, his hair turned to gray, and these are the words that he had to say. I may look like a beggar, but I'm rich as a king. What I have in my heart gives me reason to sing. I'm a joiner with Jesus, so why should I cry? These are the treasures that money can't buy. Now money is worthless when soul is at stake. If gold bought redemption, how much would it take? For he loved me and saved me, and I can't tell you why. These are the treasures that money can't buy. Redemption, how much would it take? 'Cause he loved me and saved me, and I can't tell you why. These are the treasures that money can't buy. All right, we got another new one here. I hope it's better than that one. I'm going to sing this Journey to the Sun. S-O-N, not S-U-N. So if you hear it don't sound right, don't think about that sun up there now. Think about the Lord Jesus Christ. That's who I'm thinking about. Okay. On a fire and brimstone Baptist pew, my back's against the wall. I convinced myself to cutting around when it come to altar call. But on that night things were different. As Jesus graced His grace, and those who dared to trust it seemed to miss the Master's face. I told you should have come over and have breakfast. That. Now each and every word He uttered seemed to pierce my heart. For the time was deserts ringing, the trudging in the dark. When I felt the Spirit move me, I knew my day had come. On a careful trip I started my journey to the sun. Oh, there's nothing sounds so sweet as the sound of pilgrim feet on a narrow way that blessed all who come. And the peace that I found is like no other on my journey to the sun. Oh, the tribulations of this world have dogged my every step. Many times I begged for mercy by the bed where I had slept. It is love, my pleading plenty, in my strength He overcome. With the guiding light that through me, my journey to the sun. Now nothing sounds so sweet as a proud pilgrim feet, and a flared away that blessed all who come. And the peace that I find is like no other on my journey to the sun. Oh, the peace that I found is like no other on my journey to the sun. All right. It wasn't that good, but I appreciate it. All right, let's sing the old White Oak on the Hill. We should do that. My goodness. But we don't, we better get down quick. There's a white oak on the hillside in my Ozark mountain home, and it's been standing true on the windy spur alone. Now when the cold wind's blowing, it trembles, bend and roll. And when the storm is over, straightens up and lives on. Now Lord, let me be like that white oak on the hill, and help me to live in your almighty will. Help me on my journey, Lord, to travel on my own, and give me the strength, straighten up and live on. Life here on earth sometimes gets me down, and when I search for my friend, not always around. But the Lord seems to say, my child, get up and do my will, and always remember that old white oak on the hill. help me on my journey, Lord, to travel on my own, and give me the strength, straighten up and live on. Now give me the strength, straighten up and live on. I gotta say one for our cameraman back there. He wanted to hear this, and I'm gonna try to find it and sing it. Huh? Turner may have to get you to help me find that thing. Okay, we found it. Gates of Glory. Yeah, I'll make a mess. I'll mess up just bad as I do in sheep. In the daily rush of life, we often wonder as we struggle down this weary, weary road. But I know that there's a better place awaiting, and someone who'll help me lift my heavy load. And I can't wait till I can see the gates of glory, and I can't wait to walk upon the streets of gold. But most of all, I want to see my Jesus, and then I know for sure that I have made it home. After all, this world is only temporary. Everything we have belongs to God above. He gave His only Son away to save us. But go away our sins and replace it with His love. And I can't wait till I can see the gates of glory, and I can't wait to walk upon the streets of gold. But most of all, I want to see my Savior, and then I know for sure that I have made it home. And then I know for sure that I have made it home. Thank you guys for listening.
Coming up on the next Friday night that comes due, that's gonna be the 21st.
That's Howard.
Howard.
Just it's like Christmas music. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, it won't.
Yeah, that's right. I don't know why Liz was concerned about it. I said, what day is it? She said, 21st or something like that. Like a little bit. It's 4 days till Christmas. Well, I was closed down.
Santa Claus might come up. I don't know.
Where's JR? JR, you coming?
But he said,
I believe he's studying his Sunday school lesson, ain't he? All right. You think I know it? You think I know it?
You know, speaking of, okay. Yeah, I remember we done it before. Speaking of Liz, me and her, you know, we kind of, I told this up at Senior Citizens today, but anyway, me and her, we was talking about, we kind of getting on up in years, you know, not very old, but pretty old. Don't, Alice, hush.
Just old, man.
Just old, not pretty old, but just old.
Just old.
Anyway, we was talking about, and I asked her, I
This is
said,
pretty and you're old.
are you planning on,
Sorry.
I said, do you, let's make it up right now. I'm kind of lonely when I'm by myself. See, I said, would you get married again if I died before you? And she thought about it for a minute. She said, yeah, I probably would. I said, that means it. Would you let him drive my tractor? She said, well, we got to mow the yard. And he said, yeah, I'd probably let him drive a tractor. And said, well, I said, what about wearing my overalls? She said, nope. You wouldn't let him wear my overalls? I said, nope. They wouldn't fit him.
Oh, no. Oh, no, that's bad.
Uh-oh. She's already got somebody in mind, ain't she? Sounds to me like, where you at, G?
G chord, twinkle.
Here's an old tune, fiddle tune. Play it
Twinkle,
on the
little
melody.
star.
Hey, John. Hey, John. Let him borrow your guitar. You don't mind, do you? I might want to hear him do some hot licks. I got to have a request tonight. I've sung all day.
But get out in it's in the closet.
Alice, you told me one when I left last week. I don't remember. Said you got to do it next time. I didn't ask for it this time. Get down and let JR sing. Okay. Did you hear it? Get down and let JR sing. You want to do one? All right, here we go.
You know it now.
One more time. Let me catch up. The day that I left you and told you goodbye, your lips told me that you would wait. But your lips deceived me and told me a lie, while your heart was sealing my fate. Are you all alone with a memory? Now that I am gone, darling, are you missing me? gray skies a letter then came, and just like a bolt from the blue, my castle came tumbling when I read it through. I still can't believe that it's true. Are you all alone with a memory? Now that I am gone, darling, are you missing me? Kenny, you could have took half of that. It said that in spite of the vows you had made, the glitter of gold turned your head. And while I was trying employment to find, you married another instead. Are you all alone with a memory? Now that I am gone, darling, are you missing me? Tell me, are you missing me? There we go, Kay. Now it's your turn. Already.
I'll be all right. I'll be all right. What did I do? Friend, don't worry about this heavy load I carry. Don't be concerned if you send me to my knees. Oh, I know one place where all my load will lighten. I'll be alright as soon as I reach Calvary. If my feeble hands of faith would only reach out through the dark and weary souls of unbelief, if his lips, they'll scarred hands into my hands, I'll be alright as soon as I touch Calvary. Very soon now I reach the hill Golgotha. I'll touch the cross that was fashioned from a tree. And if one precious drop of his blood touches me, I'll be alright as soon as I reach Calvary. If my feeble hand of faith could only reach out through the dark and dreary souls of unbelief, if his lips and nail scarred hands into my hand, I'll be alright as soon as I touch Calvary. Yeah, I'm alright, but now I reach Calvary. Thank you.
You wasn't quite loud enough to suit me. So you're holding back.
Scared. Let's do a little bit of Foggy Mountain Top.
Well. This whole wide world.
If I was on some foggy mountain top, I'd sail away to the west. I'd sail all around this whole wide world to the girl I love the best. You taught me to weep, you taught me to moan, you caused me to leave my old home. A long steel rail and a short cross tie, I'm on my way back home. Now if I was on some foggy mountain top, I'd sail away to the west. I'd sail all around this whole wide world to the girl I love the best. Now if you see that gal of mine, there's something you can tell her. She need not waste her time anymore flirting with another feller. If I was on some foggy mountain top, I'd sail away to the west. I'd sail all around this whole wide world to the girl I love the best. Play it again. Now when you come a-courting around, I'll tell you how to do. Take off that long tail roustabout and put on your navy blue. If I was on some foggy mountain top, I'd sail away to the west. I'd sail all around this whole wide world to the girl I love the best. To the girl I love the best.
Killing me. I'm sorry, that was killing me.
Who did that?
That was not within a quarter turn. Really, Lucas. Did you hear it?
I hear stuff like that.
You know, there's-
Put your hand on where it's coming from. Well, you can't dwell on it either.
No, I couldn't dwell on it. But when we stopped, I could see where it was coming.
Hey, that was a quarter of a turn.
That was what they
That
all
was some of that Chinese music there, wasn't it? Horse horn.
No, I've had more trouble out of this set of stripes.
That was really slick.
Alice, you never did request a song.
I
Don't you?
overlooked an orchid. I got his hearing aid in. That's where he didn't know his string was off the guitar.
Do I know that? You sure? The orchid is a flower that blooms so tenderly to thrill the fairest maiden of the land. When placed beside a blushing rose, the rose would not compare. But how was such as I to understand? I overlooked an orchid searching for a rose. The orchid that I overlooked was you. The rose that I was searching for has proved to be untrue. The orchid now I find, my dear, is you. Needs to be about 3 times higher. Oh, you done quit?
Short quit.
No, you got it. Do it, Tanner. You got it. The rose has lost its petals, but the orchid's still the same. And I'm alone to face these bitter tears. I was looking for an orchid. I was looking for a rose. And now I face the truth with bitter tears. I can't remember all the words, but then I overlooked an orchid while searching for a rose. The orchid that I overlooked was you. The rose that I was searching for has proved to be untrue. The orchid now I find, my dear, is you. Yes, the orchid that I find, my dear, is you. Next time we'll get these. Well, I just about knowed part of them.
Are you tired?
Yeah, I'm tired already. Oh.
You staying up in regard.
Yeah, I was tired.
Yeah, okay, I'll be right there.
Do it. Okay. Whatever you like.
Yeah.
Don't point to her. She'll tell you
Okay.
song.
Well, you know
She'll
what
tell
that
you
is?
songs that you don't remember from way back.
He knows mine.
Oh, okay.
Today I feel so sad and weary, but all the love that cannot be,
She,
all I need to make me happy is those brown eyes smile at me. Let those brown eyes smile at me, dear. That's what I wish with all my soul. Let those brown eyes smile at me, dear. Turn my blue moon back to gold. Now we've been sweethearts so long, darling, but now you're growing tired of me. The last time that we was together, those brown eyes didn't smile at me. Let what I wish with all my soul. Let those brown eyes smile at me, dear. Turn my blue moon back to gold. Turn my blue moon back to gold. Thank you.
You want to squeeze in the corner?
No, I'm about to do that right now. Get over
No, come on, man.
it. No,
Get
no,
over here.
you're fine. What's next?
Tell you, I reckon.
What you want
We're gonna have to burn one, ain't we? We're gonna have to burn one, ain't we?
Yeah, let's burn it.
Over the mountains.
What is it? One faster.
Two trees on the hillside of the mountain, always looking up toward the sky. Remind me of my mama and my papa, who lived there 80 years before they died. The bright moon is shining in the valley. Old wagon leans against the stack of hay. Two graves on the hillside by our cabin. My mom and dad resting there today. Now the white wood burning on the fireplace, and the falling snow around the redbud trees, the branches of the laurel o'er the creek bed, and the sound of the gentle flowing stream. Oh, a bright moon is shining in the valley. An old wagon leans against a stack of hay. Two graves on the hillside by our cabin. My mom and dad resting there today. Now Daddy used to talk about the old days when him and Mother first settled there. They'd talk about their love of the mountain that him and Mom shared together there. Now a bright moon is shining in the valley. An old wagon leans against a stack of hay. Two graves on the hillside by our cabin. My mom and dad are resting there today. Yes, my mom and dad are resting there today.
No matter what has it done it again?
I heard it again. Strum that thing. Let's listen. Everybody hear it.
What does it sound like? Good? I guess it's unwinding.
It's got the Christmas spirit. Bee string.
My turtle
Maybe we
turned
should back up.
green and all that stuff, so that may be what it is. It's got the Christmas spirit.
It's jazz, ain't it?
Back up to the orange color about Halloween. It's the ghost hunting movie.
Wow.
Got it past her ears once more.
I'm sorry.
No matter what I say or do, you're never satisfied.
I've tried and tried so many times. I'm leaving now, goodbye. Oh, I'm riding on that midnight train. My head is hanging low. These awful blues gonna follow me wherever I may go. Well, why on earth was I ever born? I just don't understand. To fall in love with a woman like you, in love with another man. Oh, I'm riding on that midnight train. My head is hanging low. These awful blues gonna follow me wherever I may go. You broke a heart that would die for you. I was not made of stone. You left me here in the heart of the night. Now I must travel on. Oh, I'm riding on that midnight train. My head is hanging low. These awful blues gonna follow me wherever I may go. Hey, these awful blues gonna follow me wherever I may go.
It wasn't me that time, it was Kay. Kay went,
I didn't even look at Kate.
I tried to slap that noise back.
I'm sorry, but I was getting ready.
Keep my screwdriver, tighten up that tree
They
that's
bought
in
me
the
a
middle of that thing.
sweatshirt that said tune it or die, and I, so.
Good.
What's next?
Good.
Where we at? What's next?
Mary Ann.
What key do that in, Jeff?
Don't do that, it makes me cry now. Gee, I think. Gee.
That's water for the last eye.
Well, there's a girl. That's it. On my mind, I can't get over. That would break the heart of any man. Without her, things would fall to pieces. Now I'm dreaming about my Mary Ann. So I'll just keep touching of my gray hair, living in hope someday she'll understand. Well, it don't matter if I live to be 100. There'll always be a place in my heart for Mary Ann. Well, I know she's out there somewhere in a world that can't be found. Just thinking about her still tears me down. If teardrops was pennies, I'd be a wealthy man. With those tears that I cried for Mary Ann. she'll understand. Well, it don't matter if I live to be 100. There'll always be a place in my heart for me. Oh, it don't matter if I live to be 100. There'll always be a place in my heart for me. Thank you. Do dark holler.
We do it in C.
C.
Oh, it done moved up on.
I think he does it in
It's
C.
in C.
I'd rather be in some dark hollow where the sun don't ever shine than to be here alone, knowing that you're gone. It would cause me to lose my mind. So blow your whistle, freight train, blow it farther on down the line. I'm going away, I'm leaving today, I'm going and I ain't coming back.
Oh, get it, Mr. Tanner.
I'd rather be in some dark hollow where the sun don't ever shine than to be here alone in this big old city.
You on my mind.
In a ballroom with you on my mind. So blow your whistle, freight train, blow it farther on down the track. I'm going away, I'm leaving today, I'm going and I ain't coming back. Yeah, I'm going away, I'm leaving today, I'm going and I ain't coming back. Y'all ain't requested one in a long time.
That's because you didn't do it the last time.
Must have been doing something right. Hey, that's wrong. You ain't requested one, though. You could request one.
The time you fire away.
That's the awfulest song that was, ain't it? No, I love it. I really love it. That's a good song. One of Gene Watson. I like that one and the one about street vendor. Keep your mouth shut. Please. It's all right to say bless her heart, you know. Ain't it? It's okay to say bless her heart. D chord. Farewell party. When the last breath of life is gone from my body and my lips are as cold as the sea. When my friends gather round at my farewell party, won't you pretend you love me? There'll be flowers from those who'll cry I know you'll have fun at my farewell party. I know you'll be glad when I'm gone. Don't be mad at me for wanting to keep you till my life on this old world's through. You'll be free at the end of my farewell party, but I'll go away loving you. There'll be flowers from those who'll cry when I go and leave you in this old world alone. I know you'll have fun at my farewell party. I know you'll be glad when I'm gone. Yes, I know you'll be glad when I'm gone. Thank you. Does she make me look any better? I think she does. She makes me sound better, don't she? Do one, JR. Boy. Hey, he said play till somebody got here. Wade's here. Are we interrupting something? Hey, what? Oh, man. Oh, yeah. You know, I heard some professional people, of course, he's not saying he ain't professional, don't get me wrong, but it weren't near as good as what he did.
You got that right.
Ooh.
We'll do that Mother's Wrestling.
That's a crybaby song, too, ain't it?
On a dark, stormy night, the angel called Mother. Her love that we shared for such a short while, she called us around and told us she was leaving. Then closing her eyes, she went with a smile. Mother's at rest in a lonesome old graveyard on a hill far away. There stands a white tomb with grass covered. Oh, it seems so elected when spring season comes. forget the day that we parted and life fade away. Meant so much to me. I know her reward is somewhere in heaven. That's living on earth are scattered and gone. Mothers that rest in a lonesome old graveyard on a hill far away, that stands a white tomb with grass covered. Oh, it seems so electric when singing low, sweet flowers will bloom when spring season comes. Sweet flowers will bloom. Thank you. Thank you.
I'd like to start off with an old timer called I Couldn't Believe It Was True. Last night I come home and I knocked at my door. I called my love as I oft had before. I knocked and I knocked, but no answer it came. No kisses to greet me, no voice called my name. Well, I couldn't believe it was true, oh Lord. I couldn't believe it was true. My eyes filled with tears, I must have aged 10 years. I couldn't believe it was true. Well, I let myself in and I went to our bed. I found a note there and a message it read. Just like a bolt from the blue in the dawn, my sweetheart had left me, my darling had gone. Well, I couldn't believe it was true, oh Lord. I couldn't believe it was true. My eyes filled with tears, I must have aged 10 years. I couldn't believe it was true. The shock was so great, I am quivering yet. I've tried to forgive, but I cannot forget. My heartbreaking loss is another man's gain. Her happiness always, I hope, will remain. Well, I couldn't believe it was true, oh Lord. I couldn't believe it was true. My eyes filled with tears, I must have aged 10 years. I couldn't believe it was true. Oh, that's all right. I didn't practice it until now. 20 minutes before I got here, so. G. All right, we'd like to do another old timer as soon as Tanner gets ready here. This is one we've never done together. I'm sure you could get your way through it. This is one that Grandpa Jones used to open the shows on the Opry with, called 8 More Miles to Louisville. Well, I've traveled o'er this country wide, seeking fortune fair. Up and down the two coastline, I've traveled everywhere. From Portland East to Portland West and back along the line. I'm going now to the place that's best, that old hometown of mine. 8 more mile into Louisville will come into my view. 8 more mile on this old road and I'll never more be blue. I knew someday that I'd come back and knew it from the start. 8 more mile to Louisville, the hometown of my heart. There's sure to be a gal somewhere that you like best of all. Mine lives down in Louisville, she's long and she is tall. She's the kind that you can't find rambling through the land. I'm on my way this very day to win her heart and hand. Well, 8 more mile into Louisville will come into my view. 8 more mile on this old road and I'll never more be blue. I knew someday that I'd come back and knew it from the start. 8 more mile to Louisville, the hometown of my heart. Now I can picture in my mind a place we'll call our home. A humble little cot for two will nevermore will roam. The place that's right for that love side is in those bluegrass hills, where gently flows the Ohio, my place called Louisville. 8 more mile into Louisville will come into my view. 8 more mile on this old road and I'll never more be blue. I knew someday that I'd come back and knew it from the start. 8 more mile to Louisville, the hometown of my heart. 8 more mile to Louisville, the hometown of my heart. Yeah. Okay, well, let's name something. You want to do wild? Can you do in something seeds? Yeah. Okay, wildwood flower? Yeah. Okay. Well, C means yeah in Spanish. All right. Tanner and I are going to pick a little bit of wildwood flower for you. We're going to do one that Tanner and I used to do together quite a lot. And I haven't done it in a long time. It's got some high parts in it. So, I quit smoking 3 weeks ago, so maybe that high part won't be so hard now. So. All right. It's an old tune called The Prisoner Song. Well, if I had a ship on the ocean that was mounted with silver and gold, before my little darling would suffer, lo, that ship would be anchored and sold. Oh, meet me tonight, love, meet me out in the moonlight alone. I have a sad story to tell you, be told in the moonlight alone. Well, if I had the wings of an angel, over these prison walls I would fly. I'd fly to the arms of my darling, love, and there I'd be willing to die. Oh, meet me tonight, love, meet me out in the moonlight alone. I have a sad story to tell you, but must be told in the moonlight alone. Oh, I wish I had someone to love me, oh, someone that would call me their own. For I'm out in this whole world to wander, love, I'm tired of living alone. Oh, meet me tonight, love, meet me out in the moonlight alone. I have a sad story to tell you, told in the moonlight alone. All right. Well, I guess this will be my big hit song. It's a shame I hadn't recorded it many times as I've done it, but I love singing this song. It's called Honky Tonkitis. Well, I know there's memory still haunts you, and you can't get him off your mind. But darling, you won't find the answer in a song, a beer, or a glass of wine. Oh, why, my heart keeps giving to a love that's growing cold. If you don't change your way of living, you'll get honky-tonkitis in your soul. Well, it breaks my heart to see you, darling, I know what you are going through, but I'd rather see you with another than to see you do the things you do. Oh, why my heart keeps giving to a love that's growing cold. If you don't change your way of living, you'll get honky-tonkitis in your soul. You'll get honky-tonkitis in your soul.
Yeah.
Well, with Christmas coming up, I'm getting ready to go up to Michigan and see family. So I've been working on the fun songs, since I'm going to be playing for my grandson, who of course is the cutest, smartest, most adorable 2-year-old in the world. So I've got to practice the fun songs because I don't think he'll get into all the murder ballads that much. So see how I do on that tonight. This is a Gordon Bach song. It's about an otter. I go down to the brandy tree, take my nose and my tail with me, all for the wind and world to see, and never come back no more. Down by the river marsh deep and wide, tumble and tangle by my side, slide in the rock. And there I go, forgetting already. Sun, come follow my happy ways. Wind, come walk beside me. Moon on the mountain, go with me. A wondrous way I know. I go down to the windy sea. The little gray seal will play with me. Slide on the rocks and swim in the bay and sleep on the ledge at night. And the seal don't try to tell me how to fish in the windy blue. Seal's been fishing for 1,000 years and he knows that I have too. When the frog goes down to the mud to sleep, lamprey hides in the boulders deep, I'll take my nose and tail and go 100,000 hills. Sun, come follow my happy ways. Wind, come walk beside me. Moon on the mountain, go with me. A wondrous way I know. Someday down by the brandy tree, I'll hear the shepherd call to me to leave my happy ways and the shining world I know. Sun on the hill, come go with me. My days have all been free. Wind, come slipping down the hill. That's the way I'll go. That's the way for me. He was sitting on the porch on the very next day. Okay. I went upstairs in the middle of the night. I tiptoed in and turned on the light. But when I looked round, there was no one in sight. I think Uncle Walter goes dancing at night. He goes whoa, 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 waltzing with bears. Raggy bears, shaggy bears, baggy bears, noticed several new tears. I'm sure Uncle Walter goes dancing with bears. He goes whoa, 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 waltzing with bears. Raggy bears, shaggy bears, baggy bears too. There's nothing on earth Uncle Walter won't do, so he can go waltzing, whoa, 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 waltzing, so he can go waltzing, waltzing with bears. We told Uncle Walter that he should be good and do all the things that we say he should, but I know that he'd rather be out in the wood. I'm afraid that we'll lose Uncle Walter for good. He goes whoa, 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 waltzing with bears. Raggy bears, shaggy bears, baggy bears too. There's nothing on earth Uncle Walter won't do, so he can go waltzing, whoa, 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 waltzing, so he can go waltzing, waltzing with bears. We begged and we pleaded, oh please won't you stay. We managed to keep him at home for one day, but the bears all barged in and they took him away. Now he's dancing with pandas and he can't understand us, and the bears all demand at least one dance a day. He goes whoa, 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 waltzing with bears. Raggy bears, shaggy bears, baggy bears too. There's nothing on earth Uncle Walter won't do, so he can go waltzing, whoa, 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 waltzing, so he can go waltzing, waltzing with bears. Okay, and one more kid's song here. I hope. Once I had a little dog, his color it was brown. I taught him for to whistle and sing and dance and run. And if why can't I remember the words? Been singing it all week. Let's start over again. Once I had a little dog, his color it was brown. I taught him for to whistle, to sing and dance and run. His legs they were 14 yards long and ears so very wide. Around the world in half a day, upon him I could ride. Sing Terry ho day, sing autumn to May. Once I had a little frog, he wore a vest of red. He would lean upon a silver cane with a top hat on his head. He'd tell of far-off places, of things to see and do, and all the kings and queens he met while sailing in a shoe. Sing Terry ho day, sing autumn to May. Once I had a little flock of sheep, they grazed upon a feather. I kept them in a music box from wind and rainy weather, and every day the sun would shine, they'd fly all through the town and bring me back some golden rings and candy by the pound. Sing Terry ho day, sing autumn to May. Once I had a downy swan, she was so very frail. She sat upon an oyster shell and hatched me out a snail. The snail it turned into a bird, bird to butterfly, and he who tells a bigger tale would have to tell a lie. Sing Terry ho day, sing autumn to May. Now you can clap, Dixie. That's okay. I need to be rushed off the stage tonight. Get a very good arch in there. It's a pretty nice arch in there.
That's reading it's got it like that. Now, is yours tall enough? Does that need to be higher?
We'll try this.
Which foot up to you?
You can move that.
Yeah, that needs to be a little bit higher
That can be moved up.
for her.
Here, I'll loosen that and slide it up. Wherever you want it.
And maybe slide around a little bit so we can get, no, don't go that way.
Hold that other one
Okay.
like that.
It's coming.
Okay.
Okay, try that.
Don't move
Where
that
you
no
need
this
yours to
way.
be.
Okay.
Yeah, that moves up. You do this.
Is that gonna be close enough? Is that little thing there in your way? I'm afraid it is. I'm afraid you don't.
Go down there to Steve. All right, I'm just gonna do
You
this.
got your setup.
G. G.
From the great Atlantic Ocean to the wide Pacific shore, from the queen of flowing mountains to the south belle by the shore, she's mighty tall and handsome, but known quite well by all. She's a regular combination on the Wabash Cannonball. She came down from Birmingham one cold December day. She rolled into the station, you could hear all the people say, see the girl from Tennessee, she's long, boy, she's tall. She rode down from Birmingham on the Wabash Cannonball. Mr. Dan Wallace, riding the old Cannonball. Yeah. Then the eastern states are dandies, so the people always say. Chicago, St. Louis, New York by the way, from the hills of Minnesota where the rippling waters flow. No changes can be taken on the Wabash Cannonball. Oh, listen to the jingle, the rumble and the roar. She glides along the woodland to the hills and by the shore. Hear the mighty rush of the engine near the lonesome hobo squall. You're traveling through the jungle on the Wabash Cannonball. Tanner McIntyre, ride the train, boy, you've rode it before. I've rode the Icy Limited and also the Royal Bird. I've rode across the country on Elkhorn number 2. I've rode the highball train from coast to coast and all. I have found no equal to the Wabash Cannonball. Miss Ivy Phillips, here we go. Oh, yeah. Woo, get it. And here's the Daddy Claxton man's name forever stand. Always be remembered in the courts throughout the land. His earthly race is over and the curtains around him fall. We'll ride him home to victory on the Wabash Cannonball. We'll ride him down to Dixie on the Wabash Cannonball. Yeah! I knew Ivy could ride that train. Yes, sir. First time she's ever played that song right there. So that's real talent, Ivy. That's fine. That's fine. Have you and Dan got something cooked up for us here, Dan?
No, we hadn't tried anything yet.
What did you
Well,
discuss? Which is your favorite out of the ones you discussed?
Mockingbird.
Well, she's already done that. How about, Lost Indian?
East Tennessee Blues.
Do you? Or East Tennessee?
East Tennessee Blues?
You know East Tennessee Blues? That's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one.
See, yeah.
You can do it.
We'll try this.
All right.
I might not keep up with her.
Mighty good, Mr. Dan Wallace and Miss Ivy Phillips there on the twin fiddle of East Tennessee Blues. I believe we ought to hear one from Dixie, don't y'all? I like to hear Dixie sing. What are you going to do, girl?
Sing anything or not, I'll try. You sing, Ivy.
That's a good one.
I'll deck my brow with roses. The loved ones may be there, and gems that others gave me will shine within my hair. And even those who know me will think my heart is light. Though my heart may break tomorrow, I'll be all smiles tonight. I'll be all smiles tonight, love. I'll be all smiles tonight. Though my heart may break tomorrow, I'll be all smiles tonight. And when the room he entered with a bride upon his arm, he stood and gazed upon her as though she were a charm. And once he smiled upon her as once he smiled on me. They knew not what I suffered, for they found no change in me. I'll be all smiles tonight, love. I'll be all smiles tonight. Though my heart may break tomorrow, I'll be all smiles tonight.
That's pretty.
And now the dance is over, and all have gone to rest. I'll think of him, dear mother, the one I love the best.
good. Mighty good. Isn't that wonderful? Good, Dixie. Thank you. You know, today is the anniversary of Pearl Harbor Day, and so I thought we might do a World War II song or a couple in remembrance of that. And my father was on the first draft when Pearl Harbor was bombed. He was in the first round to go, and so if he hadn't survived the war, I wouldn't be here. And this is one of his favorite songs that came out of the World War II era. Key of G, fellas. When the warship left Manila, sailing proudly o'er the sea, all the sailors' hearts are filled with sad regret, looking backward to that island where they spent happy hours, making love to every pretty girl they met. Then up stepped a little sailor with his bright eyes all aglow, saying, "Take a look at my gal's photograph." And the sailors gathered round him just to look on her face. He said, "I love my Filipino baby. She's my Filipino baby. She's my treasure and my pet. Her teeth are bright and pearly. Her hair is black as jet. Her lips are sweet as honey. Her heart is true, I know. I love my little Filipino baby." Cottage in the far-off Philippines dwells a pretty little maiden all alone. She is thinking of her sailor who's far across the sea, and her heart beats true for him and him alone. Then one night he whispered, "Darling, I've come back to Caroline. I've come back to claim the only girl I love." Well, that night there was a wedding, and the ship crew gathered round, and he wed his little Filipino baby. She's my Filipino baby. She's my treasure and my pet. Her teeth are bright and pearly. Her hair is black as jet. Her lips are sweet as honey. Her heart is true, I know. I love my little Filipino baby. Yes, I love my little Filipino baby. Thank you. All right, let's have a little more music. Dan, you and Tanner and
What do
Ivy.
you want to do here, Mr. Tanner? You already played and done everything?
No, he hadn't played all he knows.
What do you want to do?
Down yonder. Play that yet? You wanna play that? Down yonder.
Okay. You know Down Yonder? You want to skip it off or you want to keep it off?
I don't believe there's one she doesn't know, Dan. Do you?
think
I
so?
think she knows them all.
All right.
All right, good. Dan, you want to sing one?
I don't know if I need to sing anything.
Oh, that's up to you.
I'll try it. I'll probably
Yeah,
get called.
you do
I'll
it.
just jump in there, Dixie, and take over. Kick us off on Faded Love.
She can do it.
She can do that.
As I read the letters that you wrote to me, it's you that I've been thinking of. It was in the springtime when you said goodbye. I remember our faded love. I miss you, darling, more and more every day. Like heaven would miss the stars above. With every heartbeat, I still think of you and remember our faded love. One more time. I miss you, darling, more and more every day. Like heaven would miss the stars above. With every heartbeat, I still think of you and dream.